What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? Live! It's your buddy Big John and G for Two Gun Pixar presents this! Every time I laugh like this, I feel like Cesar Romero is the Joker. The mustache doesn't help detract from that either. All right, clean sweep already here, waiting for us. Wow, talk about a friend. How's it going? And yeah, happy Memorial Day to you and yours as well. Ooh, this is the beginning of a fresh new week. Thank goodness. Last week was a hot mess for me. Nothing to bother to get into, but I'm just glad to start a fresh new week. So yeah, clean sweep. I'm going to go over some comments here, and if you got any questions, AMA with you and anyone else, right? Why not? So going down the list here, starting from most recent. That's just easier to do it that way, and I'll go down from there. So we have two comments. I believe this is from a new person to comment. I don't recognize the name, Apollonia. But thank you so much for checking out our Friday Night Fillers One Deck Dungeon and the Abyssal Depths game that I ran of that. I love this game system so much, and it kicks my ass every time. I have not won the game once in the entirety of me playing it on screen or off. You know how easy it would be for me to brag about winning off screen, but no, I can't do that. Not with a straight face. So thank you for watching. You had two comments, Apollonia. Two comments. Very cool. The first one was commenting on something I said mid-video, which honestly at this point I don't remember right now, but you did laugh very hard at it, and you said one too many methinks. So I'm not sure what that was in reference to. I'm jumping on live. I'm looking at these for the first time, so I didn't get a chance to reference it. But your second one was the fight against the ogre, which thanks to you, now I know I missed an opportunity here, but you said that for the ogre, I could have used the pink skill to get 2 yellow dice. Hey, it happens, like Gump says. And you're right, it happens. The amount of mistakes that I have made over the years, simply because I missed something right in front of me, is unbelievable. So look on the bright side. This Clean Sweep right here, jumping in. Thank you, Clean Sweep. Says, look on the bright side. You didn't almost get run over by an ambulance. Enough said on that. Well, Clean Sweep. All I can say about that is you're right. Thank goodness I didn't, but thank goodness you didn't either, by the sound of it. Fonzie the Capybara has joined us live. He says, hey man, here's a question. Have you heard that the Sentinels of the Multiverse app is getting the Sentinels of Earth Prime stuff? I did see an article that I did not read, so I can't comment on that. But I am aware that the comment was made. Foo. You know, you're really creepy back there. I just want to say that. I just noticed how creepy he looks chilling behind me. No, but I did see that apparently there's an app on the way, and I really do need to learn more about that. There's so many things that came out. I saw that article. I didn't read it. I saw the article on how wrong, well, sort of wrong, yeah, I was on what's coming out for the Marvel Champions, the card game. It's not Fantastic Four. My next idea was X-Men, which it was, but I thought it was going to be a big box to re-jumpstart things and to give a chance for such a huge franchise as the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. But I was wrong. It's a common little box. But I didn't read the article on that. I didn't read the article about the app for Sentinels of Earth Prime. I'm excited about both of those that I heard, though. Very excited. Shogunstein, good to see you with us, brother. This says, everyone, please wish Little Shogunstein well. He is, Little Shogunstein, it'll be okay. Everything's going to be awesome. Don't worry. This is your first time you're having an operation? I've had a couple. Don't worry. It sounds scarier than it is. Little Shogunstein, I wish you well. I guarantee, even though he's not here, I can tell for a fact, I know Tommy V wishes you well too, and all our friends here. Everyone's behind Little Shogunstein. It's going to be awesome, man. Don't worry. You got this. All right. I think that answers your question there, Fonzie. I do need to read that. Oh, no. The app closed out. Okay, there we go. Nothing, got it back. All right, so, yeah, Apollonia, thank you for watching those videos, for the comments. And you're right, I could have done that. I didn't see it at the moment. That happens a lot. It happens a lot. Now, it does happen when I'm, just playing on my own, no camera, nobody around. But it does happen even more so when I'm dividing my attention. But thanks for those notes and thanks for watching Apollonia. Oh, what's going on? Hey, we got Clean Sweep says, I just got to play Wild Serengeti. Know of the game, haven't played it. He said, I found it very fun, but it took like 4 hours for my group of 4 players to finish playing it. And that kind of ruined it for them. Yeah, if you don't know, if you don't expect that a game is going to take X amount of time, and then it does, and then some, yeah, I know for a fact that will ruin the taste of a game, especially a first-time playthrough for you and your gaming buddies. Designers have to be careful of that. They really have to let players know, especially about the learning curve. I don't think there's enough mentioned and talked about either by the producers of the game, the publishers of the game, the writers, creators of the game. I don't think there's enough spoken even by me and you guys that also do videos like this and everyone else. There's not enough talk about the learning curve of the first experience of a new game. And that may be, I'm speaking out of turn since I don't know the rules, I don't know the game, but that may be what happened there with Wild Serengeti. If it's not advertised, if it's not known that you and your players may take an extra hour or two, right, with the learning curve in the first game, and then boom, it happens, you're going to feel like you wasted time. And it really sucks too when it happens to a really good game. Shogunstein says, Shaolin is a beautiful production and great 2-player as well as solo game. I can't speak of Wild Serengeti game, though. It's good. I'm glad to hear you guys are talking about these new games. Serengeti I heard of, right? But what's this? You said Shaolin? This is the first time I'm going to have to go look that game up. Thanks a lot, Shogunstein. All right, so now Friday Night Filler's Bag of Dungeon. I did want to get to this. I was planning on doing this again this weekend, but it didn't really work out that way. Shaolin is their other game. Oh, gotcha. I'm still going to look it up, but thank you for letting me know about that, Shogunstein. So yeah, I did get a chance to play Bag of Dungeon, and although I had a lot of fun with the game, there was a couple of things that I did wrong, and that really hampered the experience of the game. And I know this because Gunpower Studios watched the video, and they made this comment for the Friday Night Filler of Bag of Dungeon. They said, "You're playing it wrong." But a very funny video. Slapsies with the elf. Ha! But you need to know the monsters only regenerate at the end of your turn, not after each roll. Example, you go into a fight to the death, or you run away. Plus, you get a critical on a double. We really enjoyed watching your video. For Gunpower Studios, yeah, I make mistakes first playthroughs all the time, but thank you for pointing those out to me while still admitting that you had a good time watching the videos. That means a lot to me, especially moving forward with playing more of it. This weekend, I may get a multiplayer game of that going on. I'm not sure what's going on going into this weekend because this is going to be another 20-sided Warrior weekend. Definitely Saturday, maybe Friday night. So the games that are going to be played this weekend are up in the air, but that is one of the smaller games. I'm hoping to get a chance to play with the guys, with T-Bone or Ryman or Ron or one of them, and see how that plays. So maybe playing it again solo, taking the advice of Gunpower Studios themselves may prove cool, may help me. So let's see about that. Now, why did I miss up here? I saw this thing going flicking by here. Clean Sweep says it is really fun. And, so you're talking, yes, still talking about Wild Serengeti. Too many things going on. So you say that it is a really fun game, and the teach part was probably about 20-30 minutes just to teach the game. That's a big chunk, too. That's a big chunk of time for players to show up at your place for a game day and sit down ready to play, and then it's going to take 30 minutes for them to learn how to play the game. That might also, sometimes depending on the person, the group, the individual, could hamper on one's feelings for the game when that has to happen. Sometimes I like to give my players homework before they come over for a game day. I've been doing that heavily right now because me and T-Bone have been talking, and the whole gang is behind this, that we're going to be jumping back into Dungeons & Dragons. And I'm going to be running a 1E campaign, just like me and T-Bone used to play sitting in the porch of my building when we were kids. And we're going to be running that So I've been giving the players a lot of homework, not just on rule notes and footnotes, but also about what we're doing for their characters, character backgrounds going into this. But I do this with board games too. The board game is big enough. I will give copies, even if it's just a photocopy of a couple of pages of the rules. I'll send that out to the players to help give them an idea of the game. And some of the players also like to find PDFs of a game if they haven't played it and they know, hey guys, come on over, we're playing this game. They know they'll look up the PDF of the rules beforehand. But homework is time consuming, and not everyone wants homework for a board game. I understand that. All right. Let me see what's been going on here. So after Clean Sweep said about the 20-30 minute teaching part, Shogunstein said, you organically play games. Of course, oh, you're talking to me. You're talking to me. Yeah, exactly. You get it. And that's one of the reasons why you enjoy watching my playthroughs, even and maybe even especially of brand new games I haven't sat through yet. That's getting harder and harder to do to find the time since I'm playing so much Hero Quest. Let's see. Good idea. Clean Sweep. Yes, cool. Good idea. Shogunstein. That's why too many new games is an issue. Too much rules learning. That's why I like playing games multiple times. He continues to say, Shogunstein, that get a grade book for the home and a red Delany book. Get a grade book for the home. What, to grade the games on? Or to grade the players? But no, it is a problem when you're a collector, whether casual or a hardcore addict to a board game collection. That constant flow of new games, and it's been brought up to me. Rob has brought it up to me very casually. I mean, we're old childhood friends, so of course he's not going to be like, But Rob did bring up casually to me. He'd really enjoyed just starting to play some familiar games. He's enjoying the new games. He enjoyed the hell out of Hero Quest. And I know they're going to be playing the other one, Return to Dark Tower, really soon, maybe this weekend. But yeah, they want to start playing, I want to say regular games, but that doesn't really imply what I want to imply. They want to play familiar games a little bit more often. So that's the way they are. And that's cool. So, but that's also good that most of the new games I get have a one-player option. So I'm able to play the games first, and they can watch the videos and one, learn a little bit about the game, watching me play it solo, and get an idea if it's something that they want to play, want to try or not, right? Ooh, you talk so much like me, you get thirsty. What am I missing here? Shogun's, oh yeah, to get the grade book for homework, yes. And as well coming from you, you're a teacher, or were. Oh, do you ever stop? No one ever stops being a teacher. Also, he says, I love when you break out the oldies like Lucidity and Sentinels. Yeah, there are some good ones that I just really, and I've been, it's funny you should say that, Shogun, because I've been looking at Lucidity right there. It's right there, and I've been looking at it the last few times, thinking to myself, But you know what? Even though I want to play it, I played it solo so many times, I'm starting to get a little, yeah, I guess that's the word, a little tired of the soloing of Lucidity. I'm still really jonesing on more multiplayer of the game, though, and I'm sure that after a couple of multiplayer games, I'm going to be back in the solo mood for that. But it's such a great game, and it's like I keep wanting more from the game, but I don't know what they could publish for more. I mean, a couple of different boards maybe, but that's really just it's not going to change anything. This is going to alter what you're doing with the dice placement. It's not really giving you anything new. I don't know what they could do for that. I want something new for it. I don't know what they could do. I don't. Clean Sweep adds in the good thing about being a kid and playing D&D is that you can discuss things and plan while you're at school. That's, I will admit that was one of my reasons for my grades slipping a bit, especially around high school, because I would spend so much time. If I get bored in a class, whether it's because of the subject or sometimes the teacher, I just break out the graph paper and I start making notes on the next dungeon. I did that so often. School was a great place for a DM to hone his upcoming adventure. I've always found it to be. Oh, no, I talked too much. The screen went dead again. All right, let's put in the code. The code is working. No, the code is working. I mean, the code, it worked. It worked. I'm not telling you my codes. Jeez. Wow. So now I did a clean sweep. Hey, speaking of you, you, brother, your comment here for my Pixie playthrough of the bonus mystery game that I did, which ended up turning out to be the Hobbit board game that I had talked about so much in the past, that our man T-Bone got a copy of and delivered here to me as a birthday gift. And for that clean sweep, I got the comment here where you said, this is a cool game and thank you for sharing. You went on to tell me that you have the Snow White and Seven Dwarfs game, and it also has 3D effects environments in it. And you say that your son has a 3D Goosebumps game where you get to go through a cemetery. Now, when you wrote that last part, you know what that reminded me of? Since we're well, just about everyone that watches this channel is somewhere within my age category, as it turns out. If you remember, now there's a new one that's in the market now, and I kind of think it looks it looks compared to the original one back in, like, I think it came out in the 60s, definitely the 70s when I had it, and that is the Walt Disney the Haunted Mansion board game. And when you said the part about 3D Goosebump game going through the cemetery, it totally reminded me of that. And if someone's watching this and you don't know the game I'm talking about, the original version, maybe you saw the new one on a list somewhere, but the old one, the original one, it was 3D. It had the 3D mansion walls to it, and it had these 5, right? It had like 4 and 1 in the middle, right? These 5 cogwheels in the center of the board, and when you got to them, you got to spin them according to whatever the rule was, or the roll was. I forgot the ruling for that, but yeah, you got to spin them, and shit moved around, and you're no longer on the path you needed to go to get out. Oh, that immediately came to mind, clean sweep, when you're talking about the cemetery and the 3D Goosebumps game. Yeah, check that out. Go look at a few pictures of the original Haunted Mansion board game. Visually, if you're into 3D board games like I am, it should be on your list to get. I mean, they're old. You're gonna have to get a used copy of it, but I'm looking. It's worth it. So thank you so much, Clean Sweep. Always love the fact that I have my regulars here, and anyone new that jumps on and becomes a regular is also very cool to me as well. Now, Shogunstein, I got you on this list too for my unboxing of Alley Cat games, and you simply said legendary game. Gaming. You verbed it. Yeah, it's right here. I got the Alley right here. And I might be getting to that this weekend. I'm hoping, to try out the new game. It's 1-player option, though. Wow, it plays up to 8. It looks really interesting. It does. It looks really interesting. The way there's this map board, but then you're using your personal one, and you're adding where the walls are and where the monsters are, and at the same time you're building up your team of 4. Yeah, looks interesting. Have you played it before? Or are you just mentioning Legendary Gaming because this is Two Gun Pixie, home of Legendary Gaming? Or are you saying that this is a legendary? Now, I see it has the seal of approval by Dice Tower. I don't give a shit about that. I don't. That has nothing to do with me thinking this is a legendary game or why I bought it. It's a fantasy game. It got some good reviews, some good talk behind it, and it had an option to play 1. That's the reason I got it. Joe Gunstein says, no, you are legendary. Clean Sweep said, I had the Disney game, but it got destroyed by a can of slime and salt water from another game. Oh, wait a second. Was that a Nickelodeon game? A game with slime? That suddenly kind of rings a fuzzy bell. Oh, wow. Well, I lost mine in the apartment fire, so we're in the same boat more or less there with a lost copy. But that game was awesome, right? Oh, man, that cog part. And we robbed that for Dungeons and Dragons use. Oh, we did. Remember I had the little pewter figures going around that as the dungeon, and then getting that cog part and turning it. It was brilliant. It was wonderful. Let me see. Clean Sweep asks me. He asked me, do you remember the game where you made real ice cube men and had to move them around the board before they melted. No. I mean, I keep thinking of that one board game. No, I keep thinking of a video game. That's it. There's a video game I'm thinking of from like the 80s and 90s with ice cubes and moving them around. I think penguins were involved in it. But a board game like that before the ice cubes melted? Sounds messy, but no, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Woo! You can't do that on YouTube. Like you can't do that on TV. Good call, Shogunstein. Slime Monster. That was the name of the game, huh? Slime Monster. There's some very fuzzy memory of seeing a commercial with slime in a board game, but not enough for me to say I actually remember. So good memory there. Wow. Shogunstein vaguely remembers that too. Salt trap, hot water trap. No. Now, you know something I don't, this kind of really isn't a board game, but maybe someone at least my age or who knew someone older, like what happened with me. So my big brother figure when I was growing up, Kenny, he's like 12, 15 years older than me. Not even. He's like 8, 10 years older than me. I don't know what I'm thinking. But he told me about a television show, a kid's show when he was a kid or teen maybe, that got thrown off the air because it was ruining people's televisions. Yeah, this is the same thing my parents told me about why I couldn't have an Atari, because it ruins the television. But no, this was this TV show where like it was this cartoon kid or something, and he would like get to this part in the cartoon, let's say where it was a cliff, and the narrator would be like, okay, boys and girls, time to put your magic screen onto the TV and draw a bridge for Charlie, whoever it was. And the kids were supposed to take a clear screen, and throw it up on the, but nobody did. Nobody went and got these screens. Apparently the kids were just taking magic markers and going to the TVs and drawing on them. So their show got taken off the air. All right. I gotta find out what that show was. I gotta ask Kenny again what that was. I asked him about 12 times during my lifetime because I keep forgetting. He must be getting tired of answering that for me. Now, here's one I wanted to touch on. Wow, we haven't gotten through a lot, but we're having fun, aren't we? So here's one I wanted to touch on because this video goes back so long ago. This was like year 1, Two Gun Pixie. So the Pardoner is really delving deep, or had a very specific search for this. So Pardoner, or the Pardoner, I'm sorry. You're not just any Pardoner. What am I saying? No, the Pardoner had to say about Two Gun Review 017. Wow. Even I'm looking at the I'm looking at the thumbnail. Wow, it's so old. But this is for a game called Champions of Time by Go Fight Pow. And it says, this little Jumba game is equal parts wrestling simulator and story generator. The more deeply you immerse yourself in the experience, the more fun it is. Keeping an ongoing record of each fighter's wins and losses is especially enjoyable. Well, the Pardoner, thank you for watching the channel. Thank you if, hopefully, you subscribed and you continue watching. But I gotta tell you, this game is so far away from my radar. I have probably not thought about this game in a few months, maybe a year after that was posted, and it just kind of fell off my radar. I'm sorry, I'm not taking anything away from the game, but I am pointing that out in a sense to say thank you for bringing it back up, and maybe bringing it to other people's attentions who would like this game and might then look at this video as well as others on this game and learn more about it. But wow, I have not thought about this title in a while. I'm so glad you enjoyed it, and thank you for the comment, the Pardoner. Now, Shogunstein, you also had something to say about my Return to Dark Tower by Restoration Games tabletop takeout. Now, I was talking about was that last week? Last on the 24th. And you said, overall, how are you liking this game, and was it worth the wait? I did think about writing this back to you right away, but I was like, this is really cool to use for the video. I thought this is a really good question for the video because it's asking something rather important to a board gamer because it's a fairly expensive game. And I did have to wait a while for it. So overall, so you did watch the video, my general feeling is it's not Dark Tower. It's not. It invokes the feeling of Dark Tower, definitely aesthetically, 100%. If 110% wasn't not a real thing, and it could be a real thing, it would be 110%. But not being Dark Tower, being a completely different game that plays differently, I enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to playing it a lot more. The only reason you haven't been seeing me play it a lot more in comparison to Hero Quest is really the setup time. Hero Quest, bing, bang, boom, it's on the table, ready to go. I don't have to worry about really setting much up at all. Really, setting up the camera and to capture the app and the board is my biggest problem, which isn't a problem. So because Return to Dark Tower does take a little bit longer for setup time, when I look at the two of them, I always end up going, Hero Quest. But don't let you think that that's taking away from Return to Dark Tower. Was it worth the wait? I haven't answered that yet. Sure it was worth the wait. And I'm not just saying that because I didn't have a choice. It sounds easy for me to say that because I didn't have a choice, but that's not really the only reason I'm saying it. They did get an extra amount of time for tweaking the game and tweaking the app. Now, early on, when some people were first getting the game, a lot of the backers were complaining about the power usage of the batteries. Now, I went out and I bought, I never even heard of them before, but whatever, the Eneron rechargeable batteries, and I got them because the engineers that were tasked with building the tower, that's what they used. And that's what they used while building the tower, while playing the tower, while testing the tower. So I went with that. But a lot of backers were complaining that they can't even get through a game and they're already getting app warnings that the battery's about to die. Well, apparently that was just a problem with the app. It wasn't the actual tower draining so much of that energy as much as it was the app misreading things. By the time I've been playing this, I haven't had that problem. That's why I'm bringing it up. I think that part of the app has been fixed. And overall, they've had a lot of time to tweak things with this. And I'm not having a problem with the amount of time they took to do that. Because overall, it's worth it. It's worth the wait. And I think as a regular gamer, a collector of games, and someone that's been gaming as long as they can remember, seriously tabletop gaming since I've been a D&D fan, so that's like pre-10 years old. In my opinion, the game is worth the money as well as it was worth the wait. But examine the game first. Watch videos on it. It's expensive. I don't want you going out and spending money, you or anyone, going out and spending money on this simply because I said so. That would be ludicrous and egotistical of me to think that I have the right to tell you how to dent your wallet. So watch more videos, and I don't mean watch like more reviews on it. You shouldn't care what other people are saying about the game, even me. What you should care about is the gameplay. Watch playthroughs. Playthroughs are the most important videos that anyone can watch who's thinking about buying a particular title. Because you can't trust anyone who's getting paid to do this. You can't trust people that are necessarily even getting the game for free. Even the few that I get for free, I'm not going to exclude myself from that. If you don't want to trust me because you know I'm getting a fundamental game for title for free, then that's your prerogative. But watch the playthroughs. They will be the most honest feeling, emotion, thought that you can get on the title. So watch more playthroughs of the Dark Tower Return game and make your final judgment. But me, personally, for myself, it was worth the money and it was worth the time. I missed a lot while I was saying that because I talk a lot. Let's see. Slime, we did slime. Swamp Trap, we did that. So I'm going to say this for numerous reasons. I am not a fan of restoration games. Hey, that's on you. There's no reason for me to care either way. Really. There's what? I only got 2 games by them. And that's the Return to Dark Tower, which I do think they did a good job on. But again, it's not Dark Tower. Get it for itself. Don't get it for it being Dark Tower. And the other was, oh no, there it is, Fireball Island, which I think they did a good job with that compared to the original. Compared to what the original was, they did a good job with recreating and expanding it out a little bit. They did a horrible job on the box. Not only did they do a horrible job on that piece of crap they call a box for the game, but I really think they dropped the ball spending so much time and personal effort and energy defending that box to everyone. I think that was that's the biggest thing I think that they did insult wise to me personally is that was a big insult, defending that crap piece of box that is there to store the game in. I can understand the fact that a lot of companies don't want to spend the money on expensive inlays, but this had like nothing for the inlay, nothing to do to help you contain it in this crappy ass box. I'm sorry, I know Shogunstein, I know little Shogunstein likes to watch this. I'm sorry for the language, but that's exactly how I feel about this. It is poo poo. It is a big pile of number two, that box. But they learned their lesson from that, because the box for this and is magnificent. It's magnificent in French or any other language. I don't like doing this. I really don't. This is why in all the years you've never seen me do this before, but I will give this box a chef's kiss. First time ever on this channel. And that's only because of the crap job they've done on boxes in the past that this gets it gets it because it's a good quality box, but that it's follow up on the crap they put out with before, it deserves a chef's kiss. So whether you like restoration, see, this is the thing, is whether a person likes a company or not, it really hurts if you're going to let a good game slide by because maybe you don't like the publisher, maybe you don't like the creator of the game, or you don't like the artist of the game, or the company, or whatever it is, but it's not the game that one doesn't like. I just think there's room to maybe move past that a little bit for a good game. So even though, Shogunstein, you're not a big fan of restoration games, it's not going to hurt to watch playthroughs of this. And that'll help you get an idea of what you think of this individually, instead of judging this as part of a group, instead of judging it on its own. Oh, I've been talking too much again. Look at all this. I'm not going to get through a lot more of these, am I? Downforce. No, I don't know Downforce. I want to say I know it by title. I've seen it discussed or brought up, but I'm drawing a blank on it. Okay. I also like Long Shot. Oh, yeah, you've told me about that before, Clean Sweep, and I'm sorry I still haven't looked into it. Long was just so funny because I remember when you brought that up the first time, immediately my mind went to the X-Men. Which, Long Shot would be a good board game based on the X-Men too. But no, that's horse racing. Right? That's horse racing? Yeah. See, now, I'm interested in that, not because it's horse racing, because I'm not into horse racing or dog racing or even human racing. But it's a dice game, and dice chucking games are so much damn fun that I want to look into that. Clean Sweep. I like the fact that you keep talking. Gives us something to discuss. So Clean Sweep again now. Here we go. The Kickstart version of Fireball. Oh, that is the last one so far. The Kickstart version of Fireball Island looks better than the retail. Well, I haven't seen the retail version. I can't say how the box is other than the lack of insert. Yeah, and again, like I said, I understand that companies let that slide for purposes of money, because they would just pass that on to us. And we want to spend as little amount of scratch on this as we can, let's be honest. But they just really abandon everything with that box. And I don't know if it's because they were still newish at being a board gaming company, or if they didn't have the money, or if their level of excitement caused such a rush. I don't know, but it was completely. This box, very nice. The inlay is amazing. The box quality is top notch. Yeah, they went above and beyond this time. But wow, you know what? I'm gonna try to keep my eye out for the retail version of Fireball Island so I can see the difference now. Clean Sweep. That's very interesting. Let me get back in here and see if there's anything else. I mean, 35 minutes in, but we're still having fun. So let's see what else we can do here. RP Pro RP Gamer Pro. And yes, you haven't been here before. I should know how to say your name, RP. RP, like the mayor? No, that's a different RP. But you did also for the mystery game. Also for the mystery game, you said that board game is seriously epic. Well, you didn't do this. I'm just adding the emphasis. Never even knew that this game existed. Nice playthrough. Thanks. It is. I've talked about the game before. Clean Sweep. The rest of you know that. I have talked about that before. RP, and I'm so glad. I mean, we have T-Bone. Was the one that delivered it here, that got it here as a birthday gift, and that was amazing that he did so. All together, I'm so happy. And even though I played it by myself to do online for all of you, you saw how much fun I had with it. Playing against Fu, who actually beat me. I know I lose a lot of games, but damn. I lost to an inanimate cup. Yeah. But RP Gamer Pro, thank you so much. I know you come back from time to time and you check out the videos. I hope you get a chance to check this out so you know you got a shout out. You got a little bit of love from the channel. Thank you so much, brother or sister. I don't know. I'm assuming a man. According to my statistics here on YouTube, all I have are male viewers. I guess except for Apollonia. Which is funny because I know a couple of friends, personal friends that do watch the channel, and they are female. They born, with a double X chromosome set. I've known them long enough to know that I definitely have some females watching, but not according to the reports. Oh, Downforce is a remake of Indie. Now, of course it would be. Now that sounds familiar. I have seen pictures of this, but I usually, you see, I don't, okay, though I have a couple, like Odin's Ravens, I don't really get board game races. I don't, because a race is so real time. Everything is happening at the same time, real time. The idea of turn by turn in order to do a race, thematically, the realism of it always has a hard time in my mind, which is one reason why I kind of don't really look at a lot of race games. I have like maybe 2 or 3 in my collection, and that's it, because it doesn't make sense to me. It seems stunted. That's it. The race seems stunted to me. Boom, 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 boom. Downforce works well with a bigger play count. You see, now I would think that would make it even slower, because now it's like boom, 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 boom. Back to you finally. But I don't know. Hey, listen, what you like is what you like, and I'm not taking away from it. I'm just explaining why it's not very popular with me. But as long as you're playing a board game and having a tabletop adventure and enjoying yourself, that's really what matters. Let me see. Clean says the board size is different. Yes, that was one of the things that they did advertise actually for the new Fireball Island, as opposed to the old one, was the larger board size. Now I didn't get it. Hey, wait a second. I have the retail version. I didn't get that for Kickstarter. So I still got to do what I said, but now I got to do it in reverse. Now I have to take a look at the Kickstarter version. Oh. It kind of changes everything, but really doesn't. It's just a mirror version of it. Oh. Fonzie says, Fu is an inanimate cup. Yes, he is. That I only instill the likeness of life and humanity into. And I lost to him. Not by design. Yeah. That's my life. That's my life, Fu. Creepily sitting behind me like that. Whoa, okay, a bit more here. Clean Sweep says, I always lose to my invisible players. See, maybe that's another reason why we connect on top of everything else. You look at me and you go, hey, I feel sorry for that guy. Firsthand, I feel sorry for that guy. Didn't Greater Than Games try to do a real-time race game on Kickstarter and it failed? Oh, did they? Did they? They may have. They may have. Like, well, their Sentinel Tactics, I think that was a Kickstarter game, and that didn't fail, but then it did fail after everyone played it. I still have the game. I even went out and spent the money to get the actual pre-painted miniatures, since I don't paint. And it failed miserably. Nothing else ever coming out for that again. Never. The big problem with that game was it was heavily, I found it, and so did the players, found it to be heavily geared against the villain. It was so much in favor for the players. Now, we've played one versus all games a lot here, and I'm usually the one, which I enjoy, but I'm not always, right? But because we play it a lot, and I think others too out there who have experiences like this, you get a feel of what works and what doesn't work for balance, right? In a one versus all game. And wow, and I'm looking at it right there on the shelf, because I have an entire shelf just for Greater Than Games because of that damn big black box. And it's so sad that that game failed, that it was just so skewed against the villain player. But then another game they had about a racing game that actually did fail on Kickstarter, I'm drawing a blank on that. But now I want to go look it up. Oh, look at Chariot Race. I've been looking at this game. Okay, Clean Sweep. Look at Chariot Race. You are racing to try to kill off your opponent. You see, thank you for bringing this up, because I have looked at Chariot Race on and off again for like the last 2 years. And I'm really intrigued about this. And there's also another game, For Glory. It's not a racing game, but it's also like Roman soldier, gladiator kind of games. Because I realized I really don't have many Roman gladiator kind of games. But I was looking at Chariot, and I'm like on the fence with this. It looks like everything about it, I'm like, I do, but I don't know why I can't get off the fence and just go for the buy. I don't know why. Maybe because it's a race game. In the back of my head, I'm thinking to myself, really? Oh, we're racing. Look at this. We're racing. Oh, we're so close. I don't know if that's the reason or not, but I'm on the fence wanting to get off on the let's go buy it side. But I haven't dismounted yet. That sounded weird. I haven't gotten off the fence yet. So I'm glad you bring that up. I'm going to look into it again. Clean Sweep also says the name of the boxes are different on Fireball Island. The name, oh, you mean of the secondary boxes? Like the expansion style boxes? Oh, they're different between the retail and the Kickstarter. Again, I'll have to look into that. I got the Tiger and Bees one, and I got the boat. I got the boat one. I think there's one other I don't have. Oh, I know for a fact there's at least one I don't have. And at this point, I'm not even sure if I'm going to bother getting them, because the game has kind of gotten off the radar with me and the gang a bit. And I know for me personally, one reason is how messy the game is. And it's not messy like a game of slime or anything like that. No, it's just the damn marbles. And especially when they bounce off the table, it's a pain in the ass. The game is fun. And let me tell you, watching those marbles come chasing down and knocking players over and knocking stuff over, it is really fun. But it's just a hassle to pick up after it constantly. You know, when my mom played bingo, she used to have a magnetic thing that she would just like, so she had little metal bingo chips, and she had this magnetic wand, and she would just, and it would just pick them all up. I wonder if I get like one of those magnetic wands. That would just help me a little bit. Not a bad idea. Thanks, Mom. Chat races. Oh, it's a dice chucking game too. Oh, yeah. See, Clean Sweep. You're gonna make me spend more money, aren't you? I got so much damn money tied into this channel. Another game's not gonna hurt. Is that the concession here? All right, Fonzie says, I looked it up. Monster Truck Mayhem is a real-time dice rolling race game. All right, so there you go. I said that I had never heard of one, and Fonzie took up the challenge and went out and said, you know what? Whether I think Big John's right or not, he has a point about race games being stunted. Real-time dice chucker. That's very interesting, Fonzie. See, now that kind of does get past the whole, hey, I'm racing. Now let me wait for you to see where you go. And now you wait for me to see where I go. It's like, that's not racing. Racing is one of the few sports I actually watched for years with my big brother figure, Kenny. So to see this, and also, since, again, we're all about the same age category, whenever it comes to racing, it always makes me think of the Flintstones. Do you remember the Flintstones? There was an episode where Fred ended up on a racetrack. I think he was oversleeping and he slept. He fell asleep in the car coming home and accidentally took a turn and then ended up in the raceway. And I remember one of the announcers calling him Goggles Paisano. Saying, it looks like he's a man trying to drive home on the freeway from work. Whenever I see anything racing or I think of racing, that name, Goggles Paisano, thanks to the Flintstones, always comes to my mind. Clean Sweep continues to say that you need to let your inner child out. I said eight. You gotta let your inner child eat something. That's what you need to do. Let your inner child out to play Fireball Island on the floor. That's easy to say. I'm old. Getting up and down from the floor is a task for these knees. I'm telling you, I try to get up and down from the floor. It sounds like a bunch of firewood is breaking apart under the wheels of a truck. I don't do getting down very often at all. Is there a fire and I need to get down to breathe? Okay. But any other reason, no, that does not do my old knees well at all. Wacky races. Okay, yes, you know what? That's true. My wife actually did get me wacky races. We didn't even get to the unboxing. See, that's why it slipped my mind. My wife did get me wacky races. I think it was for Christmas. And it's on. I already did the unboxing, but I'm telling you, I have like a year of unboxings already done and in the schedule, just waiting to drop. Which is why sometimes you see a video of an unboxing, and if you really look, if you really keep track, you can literally tell that this was filmed like a year ago. Because of the way I look or the way the background looks. So it is in the can. Maybe I'll take a look and I'll speed it up on wherever the hell it is I have on the schedule and get it out. But yeah, I do have the Wacky Races game as a gift. And because of the fact that it's Wacky Races, I'm really looking forward to playing it. So maybe the fun factor, the nostalgia factor with that will get me over that hump. Green Sweep says, we all are. He's telling me it's nothing special about me. It's special about you, Big John. You think my knees don't pop? He didn't write this. This is what he's saying. You think my knees and elbows and back and neck don't pop when I'm getting up and down? I don't know. This like almost 300-pound body doesn't deal with it very well. We're all the same, brother. Put a plate of cookies down there. It'll ease the pain. I got a few other things that'll ease the pain. And they could be putting cookies, so that might help. Sure. But, pardon me. What I should do is what I do. If you watch the video I have for Dark Tower, is I set up the boards. I've set up the boxes for that, the front, the back, the expansion boxes, and I set it up so everything was covered except for like my one spot right here. So when the skulls came out of the tower, because I'd already read this, other backers had already warned us about it, that these, unless you have the neoprene, which is too big for my table, so I didn't get, is going to bounce right off the table. So I'm glad I had that set up. Maybe I should just do that for Fireball Island. Shot glass or two, yeah, or just an entire bottle of Jägermeister. Wouldn't be the first night I just downed a bottle. Actually, no, I don't really drink. I don't drink much at all anymore. I haven't had a drink since the pandemic. No, I haven't had a drink. Not for any big reason other than I just haven't. Medicinal purposes. Yes, I do have some stuff for medicinal purposes. But I haven't had a drink in about 2 years. And I should, because, and I've mentioned this before. It's been played before, but not in a while. But like one of these nights, I should get a couple of the guys over, and we really should do this. And in fact, if we do this, we should, while we're doing it live, we should do it with you guys too, like anyone watching. Right? Should also be playing along. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. Let me see. There's a possibility that, like I said, some 20-sided warriors will be over this Friday. So maybe we'll get a chance to do it then. Yeah. And if not, I'll let everyone know. So you have a chance to join us in on the drinking game, right? Good for you. Yeah, like I said, good for me. Yeah, sure. Like I said, it's no big deal to me. I drink, I don't drink. It's not, I'm not at that level. I know people that are, and I'm really glad that there are organizations that are there to help individuals that can't just not have a drink for any amount of time. But for me, it's just a personal decision. That's all it is. And I'll tell you the truth, although doing this with T-Bone and Ryman and you guys will be fun, I really don't miss it. I don't think about it too much. Oh, Clean Sweep is like, oh, you can't see it. What game is that? What game is it? So this is called Drinking Quest. This is actually Drinking Quest 4. Well, not only is there 3 before this, but there's at least 1, if not more, after this, and there's like a collection. There's like a collection for Drinking Quest. This is by Jason Anarchy. So I guess that's Anarchy Games. And basically, this is a tongue-in-cheek Dungeons and Dragons game, or style-ish game, where you are playing one of 4 characters, and it's all, the language and the quests are all tied in for making fun of drinks and drinking games and things like that. Definitely makes fun of the drinking lifestyle. And during the course of the game, you will die. Yeah, you're going to die. You're going to get squished. And if that happens, you reincarnate. Well, not reincarnate. You resurrect simply by imbibing whatever it is you are imbibing. So if you're doing a shot, boom, you kick that back. If you're doing a drink, chug, 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 you kick that back like a college frat boy at a party. And then you get to continue with your hero who's just been resurrected by the power of alcohol. Crazy fun, right? I should look into, because yeah, there is a collection. I think I saw a box collection of the series. I should look into getting that. Yeah, it is pretty funny. Clean Sweep, it is. You know, but drink responsibly. You know, I'm not saying that because, oh, I'm worried about someone having a problem. No, I don't. I mean that from someone that spent a lifetime drinking. I spent 10 years as a bouncer in metal bars during the 90s. Trust me, I'm just saying this from a place of my own heart and experience. If you're going to drink, have fun, but drink responsibly. And make sure that you have responsible people around you as well. Because no matter how responsible you're going to be, if you're surrounding yourself with fools and you're drinking, you're going to be a fool. What do you think of Red Dragon Inn? I love Red Dragon Inn. I need to get more of the ally packs. I only have like 2 or 3 of the ally packs, right? I got a few. I got the one with the Lich. I got Evil Pookie. I have a few, but not enough. And I don't have 7. I only have up to 6. I only have up to 6 in my Red Dragon treasure trove big box there. It's a really fun game. I've never drank while playing the game. It's not made like that, although it could be very easily house ruled into a real life drinking game. The tongue-in-cheek aspect of this, of getting inebriated to the point of passing out, as well as having these drunken contests and gamblings with each other, is fun as hell. I really do. And I enjoy it to the point where I still actively look forward to getting more content for that game. It is a lot of fun. But just because one enjoys the game, do they need to have the entire collection like me? No. I talked about this. What was it, 2 weeks ago? I did the whole Midday Monday monologue on the cardboard monkey on my back. I'm a completionist. So if I find something I like this, I do prefer to have everything available at hand as an option for me and my players. Clean Sweep also says, I like playing Pookie and that troll wizard. What I want to do, and actually, we did, for Kickstarter, me and the 27 Warriors got a chance to try a playthrough with Evil Pookie. We got sent a review copy of that. And let me tell you, we had a lot of fun with Evil Pookie. But I was, oh God, I can't think of the lady's name. She's so nice to me. Every once in a while, I write to their department, and she's always so nice to me. I can't think of her name. Forgive me. But I did. I wrote to her about getting a copy of that because we loved this game so much. And she did. She sent it to me. And after we played it, I remember telling her that what I really want to do now, and we're going to do this coming up, is, and this is really, if you want to think about it thematically, rule-wise, why the rules are being broken, it's because of the time wizard. It's because of the chrono wizard. We have access to a chrono wizard. So what I was thinking of is because normally you can't have Zot and Pookie in the same group playing because Pookie is in Zot's cards. And if you're using Pookie, then Zot has gone to bed, and Pookie came down to just have some fun, right? Okay, that's the way Pookie and Zot are set up. But with the Chrono Wizard, you could have set up that Zot and Pookie are both at the same time with the Chrono Wizard. And then you bring in Evil Pookie, so now you have Zot versus Pookie versus Evil Pookie, and the poor Chrono Wizard is stuck in the back. Just trying to keep his head low. That's what we want to do. And she actually loved that idea. And I'm sorry that we still haven't been able to bring that video. But then COVID happened and we were in a 2-year bubble here. It's only almost 2.5. It's only now being broken. So I do want to get back. I want to do that. I want to do the Zot, Pookie, Evil Pookie, Chrono Wizard crossover adventure. That's going to be wild. I want to get the number 4 game with the event. Yes, okay. So the number 4 game, for anyone that doesn't know the series, the number 4 game is the pirate game, where you get to go to sea, and that has these different events in it. Sea events, like maybe there's going to be a pirate ship, maybe a kraken is going to attack, and that's really fun. It does add in an extra level to the game. And their other game, which kind of crosses over with this too, the Greyport, has a little bit of an aspect to that as well, I've found. And we got to play some more of that Greyport game. That was good, yeah. What else? Oh yeah, you would love to see that, right? The all Pookie. Yeah, I want to get that done with the guys. And since this process is happening slowly with us getting back together, it's not every week or every other week like it used to be. We're getting there. So it'll happen. It'll happen. Let's have a little fun with that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. All right, what else is going on here? Wow, Little Will. Oh, we love Little Will. So Little Will left a message for Hero Quest Part 4. He said, dang, I missed it. The nostalgia. You know, I was surprised that I didn't see Little Will for that playthrough. Actually, I'm surprised I didn't see Little Will for the last one. My man must be working his butt off up there at the cafe. Little Will, we all miss you, and we hope we get to see you back in the live comments again soon. Claim Sweep, you're all over the place, all over the damn place. So for the Pixie playthrough bonus, the live that we did, me and my wife, of the Game of Life 2, which, by the way, I got a copyright strike on because of the music. I should have thought about that, but it doesn't matter since I don't give a shit. I'm not monetizing anything, so you can tell me there's a copyright strike and I won't be making money on that video all damn day long, YouTube. Doesn't make a difference to me. So, but you did get to say that this is such a great game that you, Clean Sweep, said that you have the CD desktop version, and you had that years ago. It has one player mini games in it, and the life tiles to collect, make it a lot of fun. Thank you for sharing this. You know, I thought it was a lot of fun to play. And, you know, now that, you know, I finally got a tablet there for my birthday, it kind of opens up the possibilities of doing things like this a little bit more often. But it was fun. We had a lot of fun playing it. Thank you for watching it. I know it didn't do great in the how many people actually watched it and so, but again, who cares? We did it for fun. And as long as you enjoyed watching it and we enjoyed watching it, that's all that matters. Shogunstein is also all over the place for a Kickstarter dropkick of Tiny Epic Vikings. Shogunstein said, great company, always good productions, just don't know what the current gas and inflation situation if I can afford right now. Also, many of the Tiny Epic games seem to end up in seller markets slightly used. I got to start looking at seller markets. And you know what? I also got to start going to Goodwill places. You know, I'm a ghost on a lot of the board gaming social media pages, especially on Facebook. I'm a member of all of them. And I used to make comments every now and then, but I don't bother anymore. But I look at things, I see things, kind of stalk. I'm a ghost that stalks. And I do often see a lot of comments from individuals that always claim, so we don't know if they're just doing this for internet points or not, but they claim to always find these great, rare finds or just fun finds at like Goodwill kind of places. I got to start checking these out because who knows? I don't even know where there is one in my neighborhood, actually. I'll look into that. Oh, clean sweep. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Yes, and you say, plus you get your wife playing games with you. Well, once in a while I can, which is why you don't see a lot of it on the channel. It's not really her big thing, but every now and then there's something that piques interest, and I try to grab that opportunity when I can. Pixie playthrough of Return to Dark Tower. Bill Y. Thank you, Bill Y. Have I seen you here before? I feel like I've seen Bill Y here before, but maybe not in a while. This is edited. Wow, this is a big one. That's what she said. No. That was cheap. Bill Y says, good video. I did see a few. Oh, yeah. I remember reading this, actually. I did see a few small things that might help in future playthroughs. I can always use help. Thank you, Bill. My cousin's name is Bill. Good man. Bill Y says, you can apply advantages in the dungeon and exit after finishing a room. And it wasn't until I read what you said that it rung a bell about leaving. I don't know why I didn't think about the advantages in a dungeon. I have no idea why that was a complete blank. But Bill, I did, in hindsight, after reading your report here, did actually remember seeing that, but obviously way too late. But that would have helped me immensely, because that dungeon, boom, 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 game over. And I wasn't doing that bad. Wasn't winning, but I wasn't doing horrible until that dungeon. So that would have saved the entire game. But thank you for that note. But you continue. There's a lot more here. It says you can apply advantages in the dungeon and exit after finishing a room. The game will remember your past progress in a dungeon room. That could have avoided your loss. Bill, you're absolutely right. It 100% would have avoided the loss, at least there in that moment, right? I think that you also have the treasure that lets you gain spirit equal to the current month. I did. And that was something else I noticed after the fact. After I finished the game and I was putting stuff away, that's when it hit me. I felt like Chris Farley. When I saw that, I felt like Chris Farley from SNL when he did the interview show. Where he just like, and you remember that time you sung that song? That was great. That's I kind of felt that way after the fact, which didn't help. I did have that treasure. I did. I would have had so much more spirit with that. But then you go on to say that would have been worthwhile action to gain some quick spirit. Damn it would have. Glyphs only impact you if you are facing your home kingdom. You don't need to keep track. See, now, only your home kingdom. I thought it was anywhere your active character is. So thank you for bringing that up. I'm going to have to remember that note going in for the next game. That they only impact you if you are facing your home kingdom, not where you're at. Big difference. You don't have to keep track of glyphs facing other kingdoms. You did a great job with your first game playthrough. I'm interested in seeing your next one. Thanks for the opportunity to comment. I'm going to give you a little comment back here as well so you know I saw this, because that was very nice. I don't know if you were watching this, Bill Y, but thank you so much. There is going to be another playthrough. I'm hoping there's going to be a playthrough this week. And I'm hoping that it might be a playthrough this weekend as well with the 20-sided warriors, so we can see a multiplayer version of this. Ideally, I'm not going to be playing this weekend with the 20-sided warriors. It'd be better if I got 4 of them to play, giving me the opportunity to move the camera around and get some close-ups, since this is a 360 degree board, right? That needs a little more coverage than the way I'm able to do during a one-player game. So keep your fingers crossed there, Bill. Like I used to say, I like to say, fingers, toes, and tails crossed. And there'll be 1, maybe 2 coming up this week. Shogunstein, I'm glad you agree with me because this is a big, massive problem. A midday monologue Monday from a few weeks back, actually early in it was the second week of May I did that, and that was my midday monologue of new, improved, limited collector's edition, deluxe Kickstarter exclusive, where I talk about how stupid it is. All of that, stupid, pointless, nothing but a money grab. 90% of the time, if not 99% of the time, just a pointless money grab that is more detrimental to us, the buyers, the consumers, than anything else. And you definitely 100% agreed. I see you said, don't buy games you already own. Beautifully simple statement. Yeah. And I got some birthday wishes earlier in the month from you, Shogunstein, Little Will, Clean Sweep. I want to say thank you guys all for those birthday wishes. I did see them. This has been a very tiring month for me, but I did eventually, right here, right now, knew I wanted to get and see. Thank you all for that. It was noticed. It was very much appreciated. And I'm sorry I didn't get more gaming done on my birthday, but just like a few weeks back when the 20-Sided Warriors were here, I wanted to get so much more gaming done, but sometimes life has other things for you to do and talk about when you have this unexpected time together. But there's going to be more live playthroughs this weekend. But thank you so much for the happy birthdays, everyone. It's a great sentiment. I'm glad you guys kind of here with me to share that a bit. Oh, that was a lot of birthdays. Wow. Well, Friday Night Fillers, Clean Sweep. You asked me what I was playing tonight. Happy Free Comic Book Day. Well, that was Back at Dungeon, right? That was Back at Dungeon. And, Foot Rot. What an interesting name. Or we used to say back in the 70s, it was CBs. What an interesting handle you have there. Foot Rot 13. And this is for Phantom, the card game playthrough. I think you only take one fedora, he says. There are two if you were playing a two-player game, and you're right about that, which is the case with a few of the multi-items that are exactly the same, and that's the reason why. I got to get back at the Phantom game. I'm still pissed at that expansion. It's a great expansion. I love it. I'm just pissed that it's kicked my butt so much, so hard. I got to try this two players. I think that's the key to beating that expansion. Big Johnny G's How to Play Mini Quest Adventures. This wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. I got a lot of questions about people wanting to see a version, my version of How to Play, because there wasn't enough or any. I think there was one or two actually at the time in English of How to Play Mini Quest Adventure. So I did that. Now I've put up a few How to Plays this year so far, and there's a few more coming out. But I still say I'm not. I love it when you all ask for this. If you ask me for a how-to play video on a game that I actually own, there's a very, very good chance I will do that for you. But I don't always think about doing them because I swear I feel like there's better how-to videos than mine. But in this case, there really wasn't. There was one or two. That was it. So I didn't mind doing it. It was asked of me by a few viewers, at least one of which wasn't even a regular viewer, was still asking me to do this. So it just felt needed. So again, you're going to see a few more how-to plays coming out for the rest of this year. But if there's something that I have, or you think I have, and you'd like to see a how-to play video of it, and you can't find one in my library anywhere, let me know. Let me know, and I'll carve out some time I'll do my best to carve out some time to get that video up for you. In fact, I'll let you know if I'm going to do it. I'm not going to let you hang. So just let me know. Just let me know what you want to see the how to play for. But I'm sorry, Darth Sten Games watched that video and said, thanks for this. I was hesitant to get into this as the rules were terrible. Also, have you seen Escape from Stalingrad Z? Just been kickstarted, and it looks like it has a similar premise. Keep up the good work. Not me, that's him. The thumbs up. So Darth Sten, I'll let you know what my answer is. I'll let you know that I also talk about your question and you right here in this video. But for right now, the answer is no. I don't know Stalingrad Z. I did see a preview. I didn't watch a preview for it, but I saw like a thumbnail preview for this, and I'll look into it. I'm getting a little. And I know I've said this for like the last 2-3 years. I feel like I'm getting a little done with zombie games. I mean, I have one entire shelf, an entire gaming shelf, just zombie games. Next year, I have almost an entire shelf worth of Marvel zombies coming in because I went big, all in, everything. Well, except at the last minute, they just added in some more Hydra zombies, and I'm in too deep. I'm not getting the extras. But other than that, I'm like in for everything else. So that's going to be. So I don't know about. There's really got to be something new or different, that I and my buddies, my friends, and my players are going to get from a new zombie game. Now, that being said, also, you have to understand, I'm not a huge fan of war games. I mean, I have a few in my history section. Undaunted is really fun. It's a good game. I suggest that to people that like war games. What else do I have in my war section? Oh, Escape from Colditz. Wonderful. Love that game. Amazing escape game. Escape from Colditz. Wow, that actually might be. And also I have They Come Unseen, which is isn't really a war game, it's a Cold War game. 1970s, 80s style submarine hunt game. Russian submarines versus the UN submarines or something like that. I haven't played it in like 4 years, and I only played it once, so I'm a bit of a blank on that. But I'm not a big fan of war games. So between that and the fact that I'm having a difficult time really finding a reason to buy new zombie games, I'm not sure if it's a game I'm going to look a lot into, Stalingrad Z. I can't say that I have. I know I haven't. I can't say that I have, and I can't say that I'm going to. Maybe if something really grabs me by the throat about it, but generally speaking, going into it, I'm not going to be looking into more stuff about that. Oh, what I miss here? Anything? Before when I was talking about how I ghost stalk around, Fonzie says a ghost who stalks sounds more like a phantom than a ghost. Clever. Clean Sweep said, I go to my local thrift store and I don't get lucky finding any treasures. Yeah, you see, I know that there are people, there has to be, odds are, there has to be individuals that have gone to these thrift stores or Army, Navy surplus stores or any sort of places like this, Salvation Army type places, and I'm sure by odds somebody must have found treasure. But the amount of individuals that I remember coming across until I stopped, frequenting them as much as I do, the amount of people that are constantly, individuals are always, seems to be, they're always like, oh, look at this. I found a first edition unopened copy of Dragonlance the board game, never used, for $1. Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe. Or maybe you bought that off of eBay for $60 and then just took a picture of it and said you got it for $1 because you don't want people to know you spent $60 or $80 on a board game. That's not your thing. I don't know. I'm not accusing anyone in particular, but just in general, I'm saying the amount of times I see all these great pieces of gold and platinum and uranium found at thrift store board game shelves, it doesn't add up, really. No, it doesn't. All right, we are in an hour and almost 15 minutes here, and we are still having fun, gang. Woo, okay. Anyone else going on here? So what's up for May? Well, we're back to the beginning of the month here, back into what's up May. And who do we got here? We got Shogun Steam, we got Clean Sweep, we got Dale the Casual Gamer. Always love seeing my regulars around here. All had something to say for what's up May. Shogun Steen said, love the shirt, come to Arizona, and we can visit the real Tombstone. Which one was that I was wearing? I'm Your Huckleberry? Because I also got the, bye t-shirt. I think it was the Huckleberry one, right? I was wearing. Arizona. When is it coldest in Arizona? That's when I might possibly see myself going somewhere. Actually, west to me. In my direction right now, where I'm facing the camera, that's west. It's hot in that direction. I don't do well in heat. And no. No, no, don't give me this BS about, oh, well, it's not humid, so it's enjoyable. It's not humid, you can deal. No, no, no. I still don't like it. And you lived in like Montana. That's a nice, cool, windy place. I wouldn't mind go visiting. If it's cool, the cooler and the windier. I have a body built for cool/cold and windy. This body does not like heat. Even right now with just these two lights on me, I'm cooking. You've been seeing the way my hair's been sticking in my head. Clean sweep for What's Up May said, how about a slideshow featuring the highlights of your birthday and make it memorable? There wasn't much. It was kind of boring. Got some gifts. I think I played a game. I don't even remember. Watched a movie and had some cake, some dinner. It was very, very low key, very quiet. Mainly just me and the missus and the 20-sided mutts. It wasn't anything to make a slideshow out of. But it's cool that you think that could have been. That it was potentially going to be content-worthy material. My life's not that exciting. Clean Sleeve says, have a legendary birthday, Big Giant G. Make it special day by spending the day with your posse and doing something silly like going to an arcade, eating kids' favorite foods at one of your ancient haunts, then finish it up with some awesome ice cream and cake with more legendary gaming. Well, I mean, a lot of that really isn't hard to do because I actually still live in the same place I grew up in, which is the same neighborhood my father grew up in. So I have 2 generations ahead of me. Most of that one generation is dead already, but still I got 2 generations ahead of me that I know. I got my generation 2 generations behind. I got 5 generations of people in this neighborhood that know me. Anywhere I go is an old haunt. No, seriously, sometimes I just got to run out to the store, to let's say the supermarket around the corner, and you figure it'd be 5 minutes, and an hour and a half I come back later because I ran into someone going there and I ran into someone coming back. I can't go anywhere without being an old haunt and running into people. That's a good thing. It really is. It's a good thing. I enjoy that. Dale said, happy almost birthday. That reminds me, I got to start playing. I got to play some more Marvel. There's so many characters I haven't. Dale, there's so many characters. You play Dale. I can't keep up to how much you play Marvel Champions, Dale. But my God, I need to play more. There are so many I haven't used. In the last playthrough, I did Doctor Strange and Adam Warlock. Oh, Adam Warlock was amazing to use. That is a character that anyone that plays him, definitely you're going to need to play this character several times before you get a good feel for him. But wow, what an amazing character. Well balanced between the 4 aspects. Him and, you know what? I want to try him and Spider-Woman because she's a dual aspect. And he has to have a balance of all 4. That'd be a very interesting mix. Ooh. Dale plays too many. I can't keep up with Dale's. I can't keep up with all of Dale's playthroughs of Marvel Champions. Have you tried that, Dale? Have you tried that combination? Spider-Woman and Adam Warlock. Ooh, I want to do that. Clean Sweep, you have Pirate Flux. You're talking about my playthrough of Star Flux. You have Pirate Flux. Yeah, I got the Star Flux, I got the Cthulhu Flux, and I got the Zombie Flux, and Tommy V has the Monty Python Flux. You know that bum hasn't brought that over? I got to talk to Tommy V. Next time he's coming over, he's got to bring that. I want to play the Monty Python Flux. Hell, I want to get the Monty Python Flux. It is. It's a good, fun game. I mean, I can throw Flux down anytime, anywhere, and everyone's going to have a good time playing it. I have a couple of times tried mixing the Flux games, especially Zombie and Cthulhu. Too long, doesn't work, too many options. Goes on forever. I have to quit the damn game. But just one on its own, it's definitely good and fun. It's definitely there. Playthrough. Pixie playthrough of Sentinels of the Multiverse Definitive Edition. Alan Kingsley said this was fun to watch. The core gameplay of Sentinels Definitive Edition is largely unchanged, but there are little tweaks all over the place that make the gameplay smoother. The card text is clearer, and the heroes feel much, much stronger. You also happen to pick heroes for this run-through that weren't significantly changed. Check out Bunker, Tempest, Absolute Zero, or Unity, and you'll find a much improved play experience. Bunker in particular is a fantastic redesign. I can't, Alan. I know, I literally, I physically can't. So when I was doing the unboxing for that video, and most of the time, and that's was the case with this one, while I'm doing an unboxing video, or should I say, when I'm done with the video, then I'll take the camera, and as I'm putting things away, I'll take the individual picture shots. Some of them I will use for the unboxing, maybe, especially if there's miniatures. You notice I've been doing that in my unboxings, because I hate it when people are like, oh, look at this miniature, and in their hand, and it's all a big blur. But anyway, I just finished the unboxing, and I was setting everything up to do the photos for a slideshow. And like I said, anything else I needed the photos for, I would have on record in the can, so to speak. And there was a liquid accident. And in this liquid accident, the first three, the Ardent, Bunker, and Absolute Zero, just got completely wrecked. The decks are completely ruined. I reached out to Greater Than Games. Somebody named Bailey spoke to me several times. And the last time what happened was Bailey said that first Bailey tells me that the only way for me to get a new copy of these ruined decks is to buy the entire game all over again. And I balked at that. Wait a second. I'm a backer of the game, and I admit this is a mistake, and I admit that I'm willing to pay for the individual decks. But Bailey's telling me that they don't do it that way. And then I got another message from Bailey, who told me, oh, well, they're working on individual releases for replacement decks. So I'll get back to us in a week. So I got back to him in 2 weeks. I gave him an extra week buffer, got back to him in 2 weeks, and reached out to Bailey, and Bailey didn't answer me. And then I reached out to Bailey a second time, quoting what Bailey had told me about get back in touch with me, and there was still no answer. So Greater Than Games is completely ignoring my requests for help. They are doing everything they can to make me spend for an entire new box set just for some replacement parts. I am not dealing with Greater Than Games anymore. They can go to hell. As far as I'm concerned, all they care about is stealing money from the players, because that's what they're essentially doing. They're saying, "Oh, well, you have to replace something." No. And now the company used to be better than that. They used to be better than that. When I first remember earlier in this video, I was talking about Sentinel Tactics, right? The tactical miniature game. I got that. There was no dice. There was no dice in that. So I sent them an email, and I told them, I said, listen, there's no dice in this. And I told them I'm willing to buy the dice. I don't care. I just need dice for this game. And they sent me more dice. They used to be cool. But now they're such money-hungry SOBs, I'm not dealing with them again. You're not seeing their products. Outside of this video right now where I'm answering this specific question, you're not going to hear Greater Than Games mentioned on this channel again. You're not going to see you will see Earth Prime, because although that is done in cooperation, that is a Green Ronin product. So I will be willing to show that off. But as far as the Greater Than Games and Sentinels of the Multiverse, that is dead on this channel, because they refuse to help. They refuse to answer, and all they want to do is ignore a backer. No. So thank you for watching the video, and thank you for the comments. But Alan Kingsley, you are never, ever going to see that company in any way, shape, or form on this channel again, because I don't like the way they do business. Very simple. Is it about me personally? Yeah. But if they're treating me personally like this, then I know that they're treating anyone else that has this problem the same exact way. And that's what pisses me off more than anything else. So Greater Than Games, go to hell. Midday Monologue. We're getting back into April here. Oh, wow, this is going back far. Okay, so one more video, and that's for the April viewer comment live. So this is definitely going all the way back a month since the last time we did this. So clean sweep. Thank you for reminding me. I was talking about that game I couldn't remember, that chess game where the pieces actually fight. Archon. You gave me that answer. Archon. I know chess. I know the rules. I know how the pieces move, but I'm no good at chess. You think I'm bad at a solo board game? You should see me at chess. It is laughably horrible. But that game was so much damn fun. Getting to see the pieces fight each other. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me of that game, Archon. Hobmonger. Hobmonger 5 to be exact. You're so much better than the first 4 failures. So for this April viewer comment live, he said, "Oh man, I wish I caught this midday monologue on time. This is one I could have really gone back and forth with you on, especially since we shared a lot of the experiences and the interests that you were talking about." We did. Hobmonger grew up with me. He's our regular 20-sided warrior, Ron. That's his brother. And I grew up with them, and we played D&D since, well, they weren't part of my original first generation gamers. They were the second. They were around high school level. That's when they came in from around the corner and joined our group. And that's thanks to Anthony. Thanks to Anthony. Our full group had pared down with people moving on, finding different interests. And he was the one that said, "Hey, those guys live in my building. Why don't we ask them?" A lifelong friendship happened. So also Hobmonger 5 said, the memories of the arcade. Most are too young to know or understand the atmosphere of an arcade. It's almost akin to actually going to a live sporting event. Yeah, we've all watched WWE or WWF back in the day, but you haven't experienced the event without a live atmosphere. It's totally different. Talking about old systems, it's probably amazing that one can find mini versions of them at all nowadays. I also remember board games modeled on actual board games, on actual arcade games. I actually had the board game based on Berserk. You did! You did! That's awesome! He said, "I vaguely remember the Frogger also had a board game adaptation. You also remember crossbows and catapults." Yes, I do! Very much. And I think they just redid that, or they're going to redo that. I thought I saw something recently about that. Now that you bring it up, I want to go check that out again. All right, yeah. Memories, he says. You really know how to bring them back. I try. Because memories, and I'm not talking about the really bad, like Alzheimer's, dementia. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about casually losing memories. It happens all the time as we get older because we keep learning more experiences. But on top of that, besides seeing and having new experiences to form new memories, you have to remember that if you're not thinking, if you have no reason to think of a memory, it's naturally going to get pushed back a little bit. Especially if it's not something that's overly super exciting, like the first time my dad took me to Disney, or the Christmas I got the Millennium Falcon and the Death Star. I mean, these are super tied in memories to such strong emotions at the time. But I'm talking about like more casual memories. If you don't have a reason to remember casual memories, they're gone. After time, they just go. And that's one of the things I like about living here, where I've always lived, growing up where I've always been, because everywhere I go, I see ghosts. I'm not talking about disembodied spirits of the dead. That's a completely different subject, which will be coming up on our other channel, Absolutely Awesome. Oh yeah, I got to tell you about that. Anyway, no, I'm talking about ghosts of the past. I walk down the streets here, I still see me and Dennis and Anthony and the other kids playing Manhunt. I still see that. Now, I'm not very fast. Dennis, my buddy Dennis, is super fast. At least when we were kids. I don't know. We're old men now. I don't know how fast he is. But I remember he was on my ass. He was about to get me in Manhunt, and I jumped down a flight of stairs I would never have thought about. The entire flight. Boom, landed. 2 steps to the next landing, jumped the entire way down, did this down an entire block worth of stairs. Turned around, Dennis was just like, I ain't worth my time. I catch someone else. I remember this because I see it regularly, because I walk by there regularly. All these memories, if you want to keep memories, you have to keep thinking about them. So being somewhere where the memories took place will always, always help you keep those memories. So Hobmonger 5, you want to remember things, you want to keep things fresh in your mind, come back to the neighborhood more often. Walk down the street slowly. And don't be thinking about how things look now. Purposely. Think about what it was. That's how you keep casual memories. All right, enough for the lesson. So yes, I do have, some of you know this already and have subscribed. I do have another channel called Absolutely Awesome. The goal for that channel is I need 100 subscribers because I want it to always be live. I think that is very important. I would really like to do that, an all live channel. And what is absolutely awesome about? It's about anything I feel is absolutely awesome. Or one of my buddies, I have a co-host of the show that's going to be introduced in the next. We've done one episode recorded. We're going to have to do another recorded episode until we have 100 subscribers. But my childhood teenage friend Tim is going to be joining me as a co-host for the show, at least for most episodes. Tommy V will join us from time to time, but as this is mainly me and Tommy V's channel, this Absolutely Awesome is going to be mainly me and Tim's channel. Now, the first episode, I spoke about a lot of things game-wise, my introduction into Dungeons & Dragons and shitty DMs. I don't hold back on that channel. Absolutely Awesome is not about me holding back at all. Here I hold back sometimes because I want to have fun. So sometimes I don't get as angry about things as I feel. Or not just angry, but any emotion, as passionate. The only thing I get passionate about here is this one thing, and I keep it on focus. Absolutely Awesome, you're going to see a little bit of a different side of me. You may have if you watched the first episode 0 already. But yeah, we're going to be doing things. We're going to be talking about a lot of weird things. The next episode, which hopefully will be this week, maybe next week, me and Timmy are going to be talking about this whole government UAP UFO stuff that's dropped since last year in the congressional hearing that just ended. We're going to be talking about this. And there's going to be another show where we're talking about cryptids. There's going to be another show where we're talking about Dungeons and Dragons. There'll be another show we're talking about sitcoms or whatever. Whatever the hell it is we want to talk about and be passionate about. So keep your eyes out for that. Like I said, episode 0 is already up. Go check out Absolutely Awesome and subscribe and get your buddies to subscribe. We really want to run with this channel. Anyway, so thank you very much, everyone. I'm your buddy Big John at G for Two Gun Picture Presents Legendary Gaming, and I